What school are you guys from? Pittsburgh. Woo! All right, Pittsburgh. I take the Pittsburgh Bay Point BART all the time, so that's awesome, guys. Here, I'm going to pass around this. So my name is Dan Garcia. I introduced myself before. This is a lecture called GamesCrafters. I put my slide up really quick, and I was just getting the video working and all that stuff working. We're going to start when people come. Okay, there, and there, and there. Okay, so now you know what the topic is of the lecture, and I want to pass this around. This is always really fun. So I did my PhD here at Berkeley, and in computer graphics. And one of the things that I'm passionate about is the maker space and be able to make things. So check this out. So I wrote software to make some of these objects I'm going to pass around. So this is an icosahedron. So this is I believe it's 20-faced object, which is really neat. This is the icosahedron when it stopped printing halfway. There's a spool of filament that got caught and it stopped printing, and so I said, let me keep it. So it's kind of cool to see how it's made with this it's a hexacomb pattern inside. It's called the infill, which is kind of neat. So you kind of get to see how it's made in the middle. This is, I downloaded this from the web. This is a elephant, but it can actually balance, which is really cool. So you can kind of pose it, and it printed in one piece. I didn't have to actually put it together. It actually printed off my printer like this. And I went like, wait, you gotta be kidding me. So it's like a movable parts, which is pretty amazing that it can print like that, movable parts. This is some kind of a domey thing. I'm not actually sure what the name of that is. This is a 3/5 torus knot, which is awesome. This is my favorite one of all, so be careful with this guy. It's pretty sturdy though. This was printed with also, I think, an infill of a hexagon, and the way it works is, imagine a circle, imagine a donut, a big donut, right? Imagine a bug on the donut that walks this way around the donut. Like imagine like it's a big donut like this, okay? And it walks this way at some speed, and it walks this way at some speed. And if you adjust the speed of this, depending on when they do this, you can get these knots. So imagine if I go around once, zoop, without turning it this way at all, I'll just make a circle here. If I go around this way without turning around this way, just make a circle that way. But if I both go this way and go like this, it'll like do this, okay? And so it'll make this pattern, and depending on how many times it does that compared to how many times it rotates this, you get these different kinds of knots. This is called a 3/5 torus knot. This is a dodecahedron, but 3 separate ones all together, also printed as a single piece, which is really neat, and you can't get it out, so it's kind of a cool thing. This would be really hard to carve, but it just prints by itself as a piece. This is a Menger cube, which is a fractal. A fractal means that if you zoom in, it looks like the same shape. Notice that there's a big hole in the middle, and if you zoom into this guy, it looks like the same thing. There's a big square in the middle and then smaller holes around it. And if you do it one more level, you get the squares here. And so basically, you kind of take out like a margarine size chunk from the middle, and then this way, and you keep doing it recursively on smaller patterns here 8 other times, and you keep doing that. So that's a Menger cube. And what's cool about this is if you slice it isometrically and look at it this way, you get this really gorgeous pattern which looks like the Jewish star. So it's actually really pretty. I never noticed that. I've always looked at the Menger cube as a solid thing, never thought about slicing it. But it turns out that's what you get when you slice it. This actually wasn't a bad build. This was intended to be sliced like that. So it wasn't like it's halfway done. These are prisms all tangled together in this beautiful way, which is just amazing. This is a mathematical beauty, which is really kind of nice. And this is a failed build, which is I decided to try to print. I downloaded the model, and the model is supposed to be just a sphere that has these kind of pieces that come around. It looks like almost like an AT&T logo or something. But what ended up happening is as it was coming up, by the way, this middle column is, you were supposed to remove this. This actually is really light. You shouldn't do it, but you can wiggle this. This is supposed to be ripped out so that it's used as a support structure. So if you have kind of an overhang, that if I were to print myself like this, if I were to print my own body like this, it prints from the bottom up. And so you can't just put filament here in the air, it'll fall down. So you have to kind of put things below and then break it away if I want to print my hands like this. So that was the idea here, that this guy in the middle had a bottom, and this top, you have to have this support so that it doesn't just float in the middle. But as it was printing around, these things got caught, and so they didn't all complete. So some of them, this one actually is perfect, but the rest of them didn't. So this is just a failed build to show you kind of it doesn't always go perfectly. And this is a really neat idea of different orbits. What they did is this is essentially a sphere that they slice, a sphere with kind of different layers, like a jawbreaker that has different colors of the layers, that they slice like this and slice like this. And then what's cool is you can turn it this way, and then turn the middle one that way, and turn that one this way, and turn them all different domains, and end up having like a really cool pattern of inner circles doing different rotations like that. Just kind of cool. So like orbits. Okay? So I'm going to pass these around. You can look at these while we're waiting for the other group to come. I believe we have a couple minutes till the other group starts. Do that. Okay, so pass this around. So I'll start this here. I'll start them all the same place, so that, and when you all get done, I'll leave this there. Put them all back here. So I'll put this here for where they should go. Yes, yeah.
You did all that with a 3D printer?
Yes, I only actually modeled this one. This is the only one. All the rest of them are just models I downloaded from the web. So I'll pass them on there. It'll come around. But yes, 3D printers are now pretty cheap. They can get them for about $1,000. So a lot of schools can buy them. I mean, well, it's cheap. Well, it's cheap. A school can buy it, is what I'm saying. It's not like, because they used to be $10,000. They used to be $100,000 about 20 years ago. Then they came down to $10,000. Now they're $1,000. So like they're much cheaper than they used to be. It's all relative. Is that cool? Camera. Okay. Here we go. And that one. Sorry. Okay. Okay. All right. Now let me make sure I have the schedule right for this first session. The first session goes 10:10 to 10:55. So I still have 6 minutes. That's good. We can wait. Okay. Yes, 10:10 to 10:55. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me get some water really quick and make sure that no other groups are coming, then I can start if nobody else is coming. Suzanne, is this the only group we have in this year?
Yeah, I think the other schools may be late.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not here yet.
Okay.
This is the only one right now.
Okay, that's fine. Perfect, thank you. No, I'm just gonna get water. It'll be fine. Thanks, though.
But he used like styrofoam. Oh yeah.
All right. Pittsburgh in the house. All right. Okay, so we're going to have everybody take a piece of paper. So you had 8 in the front row. Okay. Let me give you a chunk. Okay. Make sure everybody gets one. So grab one for your partner. And I'll put a stack here and a stack there.
Wait, how many do we get?
One per person. One per person. Just pass it on. Okay. Okay, make sure everybody gets a sheet of paper. Here's that for you too. Make sure everybody gets one here. Yeah, sorry about this chair. That's kind of lame. Yeah, really? Oh no. Ay. That's not so good. Okay. Okay, and pass a pencil around if you need one. Grab one for your partner and pass the whole box around when you get that. Okay. Interesting. You're getting a what?
We're getting the full screen.
I was going to say, you noticed the same thing I did.
Yeah.
It's just a very strange thing that the bottom of my slide happens to be cut off. It looks great on my laptop. I don't think there's anything the lower part of most screens. It's just weird that the last URL is gone. That's okay.
know. It's interesting.
Okay. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We'll go with that. All right, so another group is here. Awesome. Okay, start from the front. You can pack the front. Everybody has to have a partner. So as you're sitting down, make sure you've got yourself a partner as you're sitting there. Start from the front, pack to the front, come all the way in. Oh, thanks. Eventually they can get to the group behind you. So this is awesome. So glad you guys made it. That's awesome. Yes. Oh yeah, sure. Okay, awesome. Perfect. Okay. All right, pack it in. Make sure everybody has a partner. Okay. This is gonna be important. Thank you. Hey, you made it.
I made it. Welcome back from Korea.
Thank you very much. 사랑합니다.
감사합니다.
That's awesome. Okay, this is Yukaya in the house? Yeah. Woo! It's good to have you. So glad you guys are here. Okay, we're gonna get started in about 2 minutes. Here's the I'm Dan Garcia, by the way. Welcome everybody. We're gonna be talking about game theory, which is gonna be awesome. But you need to be with the partner. So make sure that everybody has a partner. Two, odd person. Two, odd person. Maybe you can go back one and then there. Okay, now it's even. Two, odd person. Two. If you're there, okay. So I might need to have one more person kind of join an extra person there, but we'll work on that. All right. Everybody needs a sheet of paper, so I'm passing this out. Pass this back. You're also noticing that I'm a 3D print. I'm a big fan of Maker, the Makerspace. So I've done some 3D printing, and I'm passing around some of the designs that I downloaded. I only have made one myself. The rest of them I just downloaded from other designs that I found online. I made the loop, the torus knot one myself. Okay, and there's a box of pencils that's going around. We're going to need the paper is yours to keep, but the pencils we need for the next group. So that's the plan there. And then I'll have something else to hand out as a surprise near the end, okay? So keep the passing as we start the official lecture. Okay. Okay. I have a video person. Wait for the thumbs up on that before we go. All right, here we go. This is being recorded for the archives, so I'll just let you know that that's being recorded. Okay, here we go. 3, 2. All right, folks, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Dan Garcia. We're going to talk about computational game theory. Before I get started, I'm going to talk about a really interesting piece of news, which is how many of you have played checkers, the game of checkers? So there is a researcher who does the same work that I do. His name is Jonathan Schaefer, University of Alberta, and he tried solving checkers. He tried to have a computer play one end and computer play the other side and then figure out what the perfect play is, whether it's winnable for the first person or the second person or what. We'll talk a little bit more about that later. He tried to solve it. It took him 19 years. It's the longest single project that I know of somebody working on the same thing. As computers got upgraded, computers failed, networks went down, power outages. He kept on with this program, kept on with this initiative until he finally came up. And ready for this? At the end of the whole 19 years, a single sheet of paper came out and it said, it's a draw. 19 years of work for just 4 letters. Isn't that incredible? So that means, what a draw means is that if 2 perfect players were to play, that no one would ever be able to win. Interesting work. And so we'll talk about some of that myself. Okay. So this talk is about computational game theory. There are really 3 categories of game theory. The 3 are typically economic game theory, combinatorial game theory, and computational game theory. Economic game theory is like a beautiful mind. It is like games that have maximizing profit as their goal. Like Monopoly, yeah, like Monopoly. And usually these kind of economic game theories are games that people vote at the same time. So it's like an auction, like a closed auction where you're going to bid for something. That would be kind of a perfect economic game theory. The way they auction off the radio spectrum is actually in the field of economic game theory. Combinatorial game theory is like the game of dots and boxes. You guys have played dots and boxes where you make a box, you put your initials in the middle? That's combinatorial game theory. Another way to think about combinatorial game theory is where you try to maximize your points, but also you're trying to get the last move. So it's kind of weird. So most of you haven't played combinatorial games. Computational game theory is where you use computer horsepower to solve abstract strategy games. That's what I do. So you can solve these games with computer horsepower, but it actually makes more sense to use mathematics to solve these games. So I do the guy in the middle, computational game theory, using computer horsepower to solve almost all abstract strategy games we can. So what games do we consider? Well, I want to be able to solve it and have the right answer and never have to debate issue. Well, it's the right answer unless they draw an ace or unless they draw double sixes or something. No, I don't want that kind of thing. I have the absolute answer forever. So that's what I do. We have no chance in games that I consider. So no chance means no cards, no dice, no shuffling, no randomness. Okay. Also, no hidden information. Like the game of Stratego, it's really awesome, where you have an army and they have an army and you kind of do your thing, old school. Okay, yeah. So they still sell Stratego. That also wouldn't be considerable because I take my army and shuffle them and you don't know what my army is set. So because there's some hidden information, we don't consider those games. There's 2 players, usually you alternate moves, and the goal is to win, and whatever that happens to be. Not like combinatorial game theory where you have to win by getting the most points, but you might win by a shape. Like Tic-Tac-Toe, you win by 3 in a row, which is kind of a shape. It's not about points, it's about a particular orientation of your pieces. So the game can end almost anything. Repeat and skip moves are okay, but you cannot have simultaneous moves. Okay, so you can have alternating moves, right? So I'm going to show you a clip from a movie, War Games. Have you ever seen War Games back in the day? Okay, Matthew Broderick, back in the day, he was a child star. And this was, let me set the stage for it. War Games was a film in which he, as a computer hacker, was just for fun, was like take his phone and put it into this modem. It would call into this defense line, and he's able to log into their defense systems. And what he's able to do is he was accidentally tripped a circuit. Like he opened the wrong thing, he got into the wrong account, and the system went crazy. There's a big computer called the Whopper, like Burger King Whopper, and it's an evil computer, kind of has a mouth and kind of eyes, and has like a lot of lights. And the Whopper went crazy, and the Whopper was trying to break into another computer that was in charge of the missiles. This is like he lived in Colorado or something where they had missiles, and the idea was he made a mistake. He wasn't a bad kid, but this Whopper is the evil computer and wants to break into this computer, the missile computer, to get the 10-digit code to launch the missiles. If the bad, evil Whopper computer wins, World War III is launched and we all die, okay? So they're trying to figure out how to stop the Whopper, okay? That's the context, all right? Here is the movie War Games. Okay, here we go.
It hasn't learned. Is there any way to make it play itself?
Yes, number player 0.
Thank you. Apologies for the salty language. So what he's doing is he's trying to get it to play itself so it will learn from the fact that you can't win in tic-tac-toe. And then extrapolate to the game, quote unquote, of global thermonuclear war. You can do a simulation of that.
10, it's got the code, it's going to launch.
So the Whopper went crazy, and it's got the code, it's about to launch. Here we go. It's going to fire up the missiles.
Get me a long status report. Major Dave, get me the president.
Yes, sir.
So now it's simulating global thermonuclear war. This is U.S. first strike. This is against Russia when the Cold War was still going, obviously. And nobody wins. And now what if they have the first strike? They launch their missiles, they launch ours. Watch what happens. Winner none. And so it's going through, just like in Tic-Tac-Toe, all the possible strategies, all the possible moves that could ever be. It's walking the entire exhaustive tree as it's trying different strategies. And it's always finding winner none. Just in the same way that it had learned from Tic-Tac-Toe that there was no winner. If you try all the possible ways of playing, there's no way to provably get a win. You can have your opponent mess up, but you can't force them to lose. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to force victory in this global thermonuclear war simulation. It's called war games.
It's learning.
Very dramatic on the big screen. The sound was there. Very nervous. These are all the names and strategies he's trying. Professor Falcon is the programmer who wrote that system, wrote the Whopper. And he calls the computer Joshua.
Joshua?
And then he says the great line, which is, and all the lights go on, and they celebrate, and they averted crisis aversion, they averted global thermonuclear war. So now, back to this. Now what's interesting is, he said, how about a nice game of chess? Now, he's implying, the computer, is implying that chess is not like Tic-Tac-Toe or global thermonuclear war. If the computer had known whether chess was solved as checkers had been, and was either a first player win or a first player lose or a draw, it wouldn't want to play that. But it's saying, chess is too big to solve. I don't know that. Let's play this game in which I don't know the answer, because it was able to solve Tic-Tac-Toe, but not chess. Okay, so it's an interesting idea. So let me tell you actually, this is the only page of mathematics you're going to learn today. The rest, we're going to have some interactive games where you guys are going to play each other in a game. By the way, does everybody have a pencil and a piece of paper? That's right. Okay, so here we go. By the way, this is your piece of paper to keep, so if you want to take any notes, you feel free to take these notes, okay? What's in a strong solution? A strong solution is a solution in which we know every single position. Every single position in the whole tree that you've ever seen is known, and you know the value, whether it's good or bad, okay? So, here's the idea. You are a winning position. Positions are circles. Moves are arrows, okay? So, here we go. The value of a position is win if there is a winning move to a losing position for the opponent. Okay, so look at this. You can have bad moves. So imagine, go back to any board game you've had. You're playing a board game, and I'm saying you can win if there's a move. Boom, that is a winning move. And a winning move is one that means when it's the opponent's turn, you always have alternating play, that person's going to lose. What does it mean to lose? It means that whatever they do gives you a winning position back again, or it's the end of the game. Okay? That's pretty easy. So this is called a recursive definition. Wins are defined based on wins and L's. Losers are defined in terms of W's. So it's kind of like they're defined in terms of each other. A tie position is one in which there exist bad moves. Every red move is a bad move. But there's a tie which is actually pretty good. By the way, you recognize these three colors? You recognize those three colors? From what? A stoplight, right? So what do you see stoplight? Green is good. So when you're looking at this, remember, green is good, go. You want to do green things, that's good. Red is stop, bad, losing. And tie, in California tie, is yellow is accelerate. It should be stop, but yellow is out. That's my joke. So then yellow is a tie. It's kind of like halfway between, okay? A draw means that you could have bad moves, you could have red bad moves, but you also could, it's like if you and I are going to walk over the precipice and die. So you can walk forward or to the side. So it's my turn, I walk forward to the edge. You walk forward to the edge. And I'm like, well, I don't want to jump over, I'll just walk to the side. And you go, okay, I'll walk to the side too. And we keep walking to the side, nobody's jumping over, because that would be a bad move. That would be a red move. But there's a way for us to keep playing this game where we keep just moving around and doing it. Like in the game of chess when you have two kings, right? They just keep wiggling around and nobody ever wins, okay? So that's it. We're going to use this as we now move forward. We also keep a thing called remoteness, which is if you wanted to win the game as fast as possible, that's called remoteness. So remoteness is if you have a winning position, how fast you could actually mate somebody, or how fast, if you have a losing position, how fast you will be mated. Meaning we will guarantee you will lose in some number of moves, okay? If it's a losing position. All right, now let's play an example. Let's play a game together. You guys are going to play against each other, okay? So this is a game called 1, 2, 10. The idea is you can say 1 or 2 on a turn with the goal of getting to 10, okay? So how it works is you have a running total, okay? And every time you say 1 or 2, it adds to the running total until one of you makes the running total to have 10 or more. The first person to make the running total of 10 or more wins, right? You're like, bring, cha-cha-cha-ching, cha-cha-cha-ching. So here's an example. Anna and Bob are playing. Anna says 2. This starts at 0, right? 2 to make it 2. So I say 2 to add to the running total. 2 plus 0 is 2. Now the total is 2. Bob says 1 to make it 3, right? Anna says 2 to make it 5. Bob says 2 to make it 7. Now there's a picture of 7 there as if you're putting 7 ducks in a row. Okay? Anna says 1 to make it 8. And Bob says 2 to make it 10. Bam, Bob wins. Okay? That make sense? Yeah, okay? So now, here's the fun part. You are going to partner, you're going to pair up. I think everybody has a pair. Is that right? Everybody has a pair in that room? I think that's right. Okay? Your goal is to play first, go first one time and go second one time. Okay, so play 2 games with your partner. Your goal is to figure out, is it better to win this? Is it better to go first in this game, or is it better to go second in this game? Or is it a draw or a tie? Okay, you learned that before. Ready? Go. Everybody pair up. Everybody pair up and play the game. Okay? Okay, perfect. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, thanks. And keep track as you're going. What happened? Okay, so I'm hearing some strategies starting to bubble up. This is awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. As soon as you've played 2 games, we want to see what you do. How you do on this? Okay. 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 All right, let's come back. I'm starting to hear most people are done at this point. Did anybody win twice? Interesting. See, so you won going first and going second, right? All right. What are your strategies? Give me your strategies. What do you guys think? Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
The first person goes first.
First person goes first wins. That's what I'm hearing. Okay.
You're supposed to, because like as you went on first and second, one.
I won. Okay. So how many of you think that it's better to go first? Oh, how many of you think it doesn't matter? Wow. Wow. It doesn't matter if you go first. Fascinating. Fascinating. How many of you, this is my minority, how many of you think it's better to go first? Not that it doesn't matter, but actually it's better to go first. How many think it's better to go second? Okay. But most of you believe it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay. we have 2 high schools here, right? I believe Pittsburgh and Ukiah, right? Okay. Who won both games out of Pittsburgh? Okay. Who won both games out of Ukiah? Okay. I want you two to play together. I want you guys to play together, okay? So I want to have the best person from your high school representing the best person from this high school. Okay? Actually, let's rather than this, let's actually just have the whole group choose. We'll have the whole group choose, okay? All right. Okay, here we go. First, Pittsburgh, you guys as a team now, you're all together. You're all together, choosing a vote together, and then you're going to play together. Okay, here we go. Pittsburgh, get together. Does Pittsburgh want to go first or second? Second. Let's have you guys go first, okay? Here we go. Okay, this is so cool. This is so cool. Okay, Pittsburgh is going to play Ukiah. Here we go. This is going to be great, okay? For all the bragging rights of the East Bay. Here we go. Okay? Okay. Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, I need your vote. You guys going to say 1 or 2? You guys decide. Decide together. 1 or 2? They say 2. Okay? Ukiah. It's now 2. What do you guys say? 1 or 2? Okay, they say 2 to make it 4. Okay, it's 4-2 Pittsburgh. Wait, you guys think about it. Think about it. Do you want 6 or you want 5? You want to give them 6 or 5? They can't decide. They can't decide. You say 1? Okay, 1 to make it 5 to 2 to make it 7 to you guys. 1 to make it 8. 2 to make it 10. Okay, they win. All right, now Ukiah is going to start. Shh. Ukiah is going to start. Here we go. Ukiah, your call, my friends. Wait. I'm hearing 2. You guys got to choose it. I'm hearing 2. It's 2. No, there's enough 2s. You have 2 to Pittsburgh. 1 back to you. 3. It's 3 to back to Ukiah. Okay, it's 4. It's 4 to you guys. They say 1 to make it 4. 2 to make it 6. 1 to make it 7. Ah! Okay, did anybody I hear somebody say something about 7. What did you learn about 7? What's special about 7?
The 7's
Wait, one at a time. Yeah, what do you say? If you get 7, what is get 7? If you give the opponent 7 or if you yourself get to 7? You get yourself to 7, then you're out. Then you're out. So 7's bad.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that 7, let's go back to my picture, right? You're telling me that 7 is a losing position.
Yeah.
Why is that? Use the graph, use the picture. Because the positions that 7 moves to, 8 and 9, you're claiming are winning positions. Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, let's go back. Can you win from 9? Yes, you say 1 to win. Can you win from 8?
Yes.
Yes, so I agree. 8 and 9 are winning. They're green. Therefore, 7, which can only move to 8 or 9, is a lose. I agree. Excellent conclusion. Good analysis. Now, do you stop there? Look, what is 10? If your turn and it's 10, have you won or have you lost?
You won.
If your turn and it's 10, you lost. Somebody had 9 and they won, and you got 10 now. So 10's a lose, right? That's why, look, 10's a lose. That's why 8, winning move to 10. 9, winning move to 10, right? The winning move is say 1 or 2. So 10 is a lose. You back up 3 steps. 7 is a lose. Is that what's your name? Victor. Outstanding. Outstanding. Okay? So for the same reason, what? For the same reason, look, 7 was a lose, right? So what's 6?
Win.
A win. You say 1 to get to 7. What's 5? A win. You say 2 to get to 7. What's 4 then? A lose. So 10 is a lose. Back up. 7 is a lose. Like Victor says. Back up. 4 is a lose. 1 is a lose. So what's 0? A win. Isn't that cool? So how do you win always now? In this game, you can never lose again if you follow the following strategy. Go, tell me the strategy. Start first or second? Start first, because 0 is a win. So 0 means it's the starting position. So you want to go to a winning position. Start first, say 1, and then finish the sentence. How do you always guarantee it goes from 1 to 4 to 7 to 10? If I say 2, what do you say? If I say 1, what do you say? So what does that mean? Say the opposite. Done. You have just solved this game, strongly solved the game. This, in summary, go first. Say 1 and then say opposite. You will never lose this game again. Ever, 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 if you follow that strategy. And every time your opponent will have a 1, a 4, a 7, a 10, bam, good night. Huh? I told you the thing, I win, never lose, huh? Okay. This is your paper, right? Just make some notes. To make some notes, you just learned something. Boom, write whatever you need to write down to remember this in the future. That's important, okay? Now, this is fun, right? Okay. We have till 10:55, I think. Is that right? 55? Okay, so we got good time. We got good time. Okay, so now, here's the best part. Here's the best part. I'm now going to blow your mind, okay? Now, I'm going to change the game so that whereas in the olden days, getting to 10 was a good thing, now getting to 10 is a bad thing. If you are forced to say a number to bring the total to 10 or 11, you have lost. Before you would won. You're not playing the misère game. Misère means like reverse. You're playing the opposite game, okay? So now, I want you to play your neighbor. Play 2 games as fast as you can and see if you can deduce using the same power deduction you used last time, whether it's a winning or losing game from the beginning and then what strategy is. Ready? Go, go. You're playing the opposite, okay? You don't want to get to 10. Go. Thank you. Want to make it 8? They used to say want to make it 9. Say want to make it 9. And now you lose. You lost. You don't want to make it 10. Remember, 10 is bad now. 10 is bad now. Remember that. 10 is bad. No. If you're at 9, you lost, right? Because you say 10 or 11. The point is, okay? All right. All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. This is fun. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Raise your hand if you think you have the strategy. Do you think you have this down? Okay, go. Tell me your name. Omar, tell me, Omar. What's your strategy? Shh. You want to go first? Well, let's do it. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Okay. What is 10? If I have 10, what happened? Remember, getting to 10 was bad. Remember the move, like if you had 9, getting to 10 is a bad thing. So if I'm on 10, it means the other guy had to get to 10, right? If the other guy had 8 and said 2, they lost, because getting to 10 loses. So 10 is a win. So back up, and so is 11. What's 9 now? 9's a lose. If I'm at 9, I'm at the edge. I'm literally at the edge, and I have to jump off. You don't want to be in 10, right? It's the jump off analogy. Remember, I don't want to go, but I have to. I say 1 or 2, I jump off and lost, okay? So 9 is a lose. Let's do it. 9.
7.
How did I do before? 10. How long was my stride last time? Why was it 3? We never talked about that. Why was it 3? Because, right, no, 1 plus 2, right, 1 plus 2. Why is 1 plus 2 important? Because you only have 1 and 2 as an option, and you don't have 3 as an option. If you had 3 as an option, then you wouldn't have a 3 stride. Because you only have 1 and 2, it's a number that I can always guarantee to get to, from 1 to 1, by always doing the opposite, right? If you say 1, I say 2. You say 2, I say 1. I can always guarantee to add 3, always. And you can't add 3. So because of that, 3 is my stride. So I'm at 9 as a lose. Let's back up. 6, 3, 0. So what does it say? Going Foosh or lose. What's the name of those 2 chipmunks? Like Dale and something like this? It's Chip and Dale, right? And where do they always go? After you. No, after you. No, after you. Do you know this? Maybe there's different chipmunks, the same right? They always do that. That's how you play this game. If you say, let's play Misère. Let's play Misère 1, 2, 10. Boink. Let's play Misère 1, 2, 10. Then you go, after you. And they say 0. And that's 0. And they say 1. What do you say? You say opposite. Now it's 3. They say 2. What do you say? 1. Now it's 6. They say 2. What do you say? 1. Now it's 9. And they've lost. So you never lose again. But you have to let them go first. Okay? Same strategy. Okay? Isn't that kind of cool? All right. You have now been introduced to 2 games that you will never lose again on it. Okay? Isn't that kind of neat? That's what my research is all about. Okay? Solving board games and kind of deducing the strategy for them. All right. Who's played Tic-Tac-Toe before? Easy, right? You do this thing, okay? How about a game of Misère Tic-Tac-Toe? Like what? You know what that should mean, right? Because Misère means kind of the opposite. Whereas 3 in a row was a good thing, Misère Tic-Tac-Toe 3 in a row loses. I bet you none of you have ever played this game. You played Misère where 3 in a row is bad? No. Do you know how to play it? Get out of here. I've never met any student this is like, I've had 2,000 students sit in this lecture for giving this talk, and I've never had anybody know how to play Misère Tic-Tac-Toe. That's really cool. We're going to play at the end. That's cool. All right. I want all of you to pair up, and you're playing Misère Tic-Tac-Toe. Play it twice. You go first once, your opponent goes first once. Remember, 3 in a row is bad. 3 in a row loses. You don't want to get 3 in a row. Go. Go. This is great. Okay, go fast. Get the second game in so we can see what happens, so we can talk about it. It's pretty cool, right? I can't believe somebody's played this game before. That's awesome. You get, by the way, when you're all done with the 3D things, you can put them on top of the desk. Just put them on the desk. That'd be fine. Thank you. Okay, sorry. Okay. All right. Okay, 2 games in. All right, now what we're doing is, let's bring it on back. Let's do the strategy discussion, okay? What do you guys think? First player win, first player lose, or first player tie? By the way, before we talk about this, did you guys realize that all of you had the mistaken impression that it didn't matter in 1, 2, 10 and 1, 2, 10 Misère? But it does matter. You have to play perfectly all along. You said like, it doesn't matter whether you go first or second. It matters, right? You now know. If you play against somebody who knows how to play, you have to go first playing normal 1, 2, 10, right? So it does matter. So I try to shake that. Just as you thought that text languages were better than block languages, that was something we talked about earlier. That was also incorrect. Okay, so tic-tac-toe. Has anybody win both, playing first and playing second? Okay, so you won both times. That's interesting. So what strategies emerged? Say it again? Start on the side. Okay. Yeah, tell me, what's your idea?
You have to like block off everything from like, if they try to go
Oh, okay. How do you follow it?
Like if they were to like if I was to put like a circle on the left upper corner,
Huh?
I'll put an X on the right upper corner.
Okay, wait. All right. Let's set up. Let's try. Let's think about this. Okay. Is it good to go in the middle? No. I hear some people say yes. Let's think about it here. Okay. Here's a tic-tac-toe board. How many ways are there of winning if you go? How many ways of getting 3 in a row if you go on the side? I count 2, right? 1 and 2. There's 2. How many ways are there on if you go to the corner? Corner. 3, right? 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3. How many ways are there of getting through tic-tac-toe if you go in the middle? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. You don't want to get 3 in a row. So what would it appear? Just from this logic, always go on the edges. Then if you're forced to, go in the corner, but never go in the middle, right? Based on that? Okay? That seems like pretty good logic. All right. Let's see if we can play this against you. The system I have will play perfectly, because that's what I do. I build systems that will play perfectly. So I'm going to change it so it's going to play perfectly. Here we go. And the computer will go second. Okay? Here we go. So what do you guys want to go first? You call it what? Top right? Okay, top right. Here we go. Bottom middle. Okay, bottom middle. Good. Top left. That's pretty good. Bottom left. All right, pretty good. And then oh, no, I lost. If I go there, I lose. Okay, let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Okay. Is there a better one here? Better move from here? Not there. I can't go there. Here. It's got to be there, right? But you don't want to do that because it'll block his. But we'll try it anyway. Let's try it. Ready? And there. And then oh, man. Okay, back up. Back up. I can't go there. I can't go there. That'll lose. Can't go there. I can't go there. So I don't have any good moves. Let's back up one more. Now, I shouldn't go on the top left. Where should I go now, though? Middle? Top. Okay, top. Go. Not the middle. I lose. Bottom, right? Bottom. And then, oh, man. Okay. So, how about here? There. Okay. And then that. Oh, man. Okay, wait. Let's go back up. How about, you want to try the middle now? Let's try it. And then, now where? Left. And then, oh, man. And then back up. How about down here? No, I can't go there. I got nothing I can go, guys. I got nothing. Start all over? Okay. How about here? Is there better from here? No? Uh-oh. Okay, let me say okay. Go ahead. Try again. Tell me. Middle? Oh. How about left? I hear a left. Okay, left. Go.
Okay, and then they go in the middle if you're trying to lose.
I'm trying not to get 3 in a row, right?
Okay, yeah, then go in the middle.
Go in the middle now? Okay, so tell me where. Top right. Okay. Bottom left. That's good. Bottom left. That's good. Bottom right. Good. And then, oh man. Okay, back up. How about where now?
Go to the bottom middle.
Bottom middle? Okay, bottom middle. That's good. Now what?
Now go that side. The corner.
Left corner? Right corner. Okay, and then, oh man.
Okay, try the middle.
By the middle, okay, middle, and then, oh man. Okay, look, I'm getting stuck. It appears. Should we try it? Should we try the middle? Let me show you the answer. Loose cable. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, let me show you the answer. Okay, based on this picture where I use the colors. Green is good, yellow for winning move, yellow is tie move, and red is a bad move. Red is a losing move. Okay, That's the color code, okay? Here we go. Oh, snap. Check it out. The only way to maintain a tie is to go in the middle. Even though our hypothesis was that the middle is the worst place to go, it turns out it's exactly wrong. It's the only place to keep your tie. Now watch what happens. Go in the middle and then go opposite. And then go opposite. And then go opposite. And then go opposite. Why does that work? Because the 3 in a row can either happen one of 2 ways. Through the middle or not through the middle, right? Will it ever happen through the middle? No, because the middle always looks like me, them, me. That's never 3 in a row of me, right? Will it ever happen along an edge? Well, I'm always opposite what they do. So if let's say they go in the top 3 rows, then I would get about a middle, but they would have gotten a 3 in a row before me. So there's no way to get a 3 in a row in this one, therefore this always works. That's the proof of why this always works. Isn't that kind of cool? So now you learn how to play Misère Tic-Tac-Toe perfectly, which is always go middle and then go opposite. However, the fun of this game is what happens if they don't do that. For example, what happens if someone goes in a losing move? What will you have available to you in the next turn? A winning move, right? Excellent. And there is the, whoops, let me change this back to human, so I'll show you both plays. Okay, watch this. Do this, undo. Look at that. This system, my system, is teaching you how to play perfectly. If your opponent goes, either is prevented from going in the middle or happens to go in the edge, that's your response. Your response is to go in the green, which is if they go in the corner, you go in the edge. And for my mind, just think the opposite side. So if they go in this corner, just go the opposite type. They go in the corner, you go the opposite edge. Okay? What if they go in the top? Then guess what? Opposite edge, right? So that's an edge, so you're going opposite corner. That always works, okay? Now watch this. I have visualized this as a recursive picture, a picture that's like self-similar. Here, you know it's a tie game, so I draw an outside rim to be yellow, okay? Then, remember this picture here? What does that picture tell you? That you can tie, and the only way to tie is to go in the middle, right? You can just read that picture. Now, what if your opponent were to go in here? How many moves would they have left? It'd be 8 moves left, right? Because it's a tic-tac-toe game, right? There was 9 positions they can go to initially. If they go in the corner, there's only 8 left. Where can't they go? The top right, because the top right has already been filled, right? Remember this picture? As I zoom into this, see that? If I zoom into this, notice what I get. If I zoom in, I get, that's where my piece was, and I'm supposed to win by going the opposite edge. Remember that? Remember I said top corner, it's the opposite edge. What if I fill this in for all the possible moves? You get now a fractal picture, which is the answer key. Wouldn't it be nice to have this? Well, my gift to you is the answer key. You're going to walk away here with the answer key to Tic-Tac-Toe. Okay? Is that cool? Is that cool? So now, it's not for all the moves. It's not for all 9 moves, but you only have 5 moves, but it's for a couple moves, okay? So this is called the 3-ply answer key. You have this. It's this picture, essentially. If I could have some help handing this out from teachers, that'd be great. Okay? Oh, you're filming. Maybe the teachers here. If you guys can hand this out, that'd be great. Okay? Or maybe as they're walking out or something, that'd be fine. That's another way to do this. Okay. So, with 3 minutes left, let me finish this off. We have solved Connect 4. How many of you play Connect 4? We've solved it. It's done. If you go to my website, you will never lose Connect 4 again. Let me show you how to do it. Check it out. Ready? Go. There's my website, GamesCrafters.berkeley.edu, and this is the picture that you know now how to play. What do you want to click on? Red, green, or yellow? Green. Green, which is what are you supposed to do to win this game? Huh? Look at the picture. Look at the color coding. Middle. That's the only way to win that game. If you go in the middle, what'll happen? Boink. Your opponent, it'll do the server now, it'll wait, should have all reds. If the server is awake, and this is going to work. Let me see if I might have to refresh this to make this actually work. So, but it should be all reds, and that'll be all as an option, okay? So that's the Connect 4 game. Here's what you see. If I click in green, it's all reds. If my opponent goes in the corner, then the pattern of greens, you can win, and there's the pattern of greens you should have. This is the same kind of recursive picture, but visualized a little differently, okay? It took us 30 machines times 8 cores per machine times a whole week, an entire week to solve it. Nothing like 17 years, but we solved Connect 4, and we have this online now, which is pretty cool. As they have the checker system online. We have an undergraduate group that works on computational resources and research. We've had 400 students in our group since 2001, and it's awesome. It's called GamesCrafters. I want to encourage all of you to come back to campus in mid-April. We're going to have a thing called Cal Day where we open the whole campus up. Please come back to campus, usually with your parents, because it's on a Saturday, and we'll have a whole session where you can log in and play all of our games when you do that. It's going to be really awesome, okay? In the future, board games are exponential. So we're probably going to solve most of them. But this is a game called Go. Do you know how many positions the game of Go has? This many positions. Just keep waiting. That's how many positions the game of Go has. So some games are so massive we'll never ever solve them in anyone's lifetime, ever, 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 ever. So Go is too big. We'll never solve chess, but we will solve some other games that are actually pretty cool that people play a lot, like Dots and Boxes and other games. Okay? Folks, thank you very much. Have a great Cities Education Day. My name is Dan Garcia. Woo!